One of the real challenges local government faces in the current age is the way that the dysfunction at the national level is bleeding into local dynamics. It's really important that we don't become political, and yet we must become more astute in recognizing and knowing how to respond when national dynamics affect us locally. The latest example of that happened this week when the U.S. Supreme Court issued its so-called ethics policy, which basically said that the process of having billionaires giving millions of dollars to Supreme Court justices when they had issues of interest before the court was simply a misunderstanding of how ethical they are. In other words, what happened is that the very issuance of this so-called ethics policy actually did great damage once again to the confidence that the public has in government. And yes, the actions of the Supreme Court actually trickle down to the local level. So the question is, what do we do about it? This is an excellent time for your community to take a look at your ethics policies and make sure that you are functioning at the highest possible standard, that you are always looking out for the public interest, and that you have the rules in place for all of your elected officials and your administrative officials to be motivated purely by the public interest and not by personal interest. And then really lean into sharing that information with your public. Let the public know what you're doing to operate at the highest possible trust level with transparency and a focus on the public interest, and that will build more confidence in your local government.